of May 2026. So my Poppa's favourite flower is forget-me-not. A long time ago when I was a little girl, I was like, and what's your favourite flower, Poppa? And he said, forget-me-not. Now, that flower, since my Poppa died, has become something that has filled my life, okay? So the first year after Poppa died, I dreamed him. I always used to dream him before he visited, and I don't dream the same anymore, but I used to do things like go down under a tree, under the tree roots, you know what I'm saying? So that's sort of like my roots of my family tree. But anyway, when Poppa would present himself in physical reality, it would be forget-me-not flowers, and wow. So the first year, yep, there was some forget-me-not flowers, and then the second year, where I was living in the Vale, my whole front yard, my front section, it was quite a wide, big area, was literally blue with forget-me-not flowers. They just blossomed. And it was like I needed to mow the lawns. It was October. It was coming up to the anniversary of his actual death. And I wasn't feeling it, you know, and the lawns needed to be mowed and all that sort of stuff. And there they were, this blanket of blue. Anyway, he makes sure that where I live, there's forget-me-not flowers. So I move back to my hometown, and the years go by, and then the next dramatic situation in my life is I'm living in this box. We call it a cabin, but it's just a small square box on wheels. It's got nothing in it except for a window and a ranch light at that end. And I came outside down my little steps, and there was forget-me-not flower right by my door growing, right by my steps going up. And I was like, oh my God, it's Poppa. And I was very excited about it. Ran inside and I told Norma, I was like, oh my God, Norma, look, it's a forget-me-not. And told her the story all about Poppa. Anyway, the next year there was 1,000 million forget-me-not flowers all through all Norma's gardens, and I bet he just completely covered that whole yard as well. But the lawn mowing man made sure that it just stuck to the gardens because he kept mowing the lawns, you see. Anyway, I have moved to the place that I live by myself. It's not a cabin. It's my own little, it's called Grandma's Place. That's its actual name. It has its own name. Long ago, I decorated with my painting stuff the inside of this house on Mars Street in Perth. Man, it's cold out here. And that's called Genesis House. And if you know me, you know why. Anyway, that's got a name, that house, and it's all the murals are still there. Everything's left behind exactly as I left it, which is 30 years ago, I think. Now, it's actually been accentuated. And anyway, with glass, coloured glass windows, LED lighting, and all these other beautiful things they've done to the home. So it was an old home. They were going to destroy it. I painted all these designs in it, and it's been preserved. So that's amazing, isn't it? Meanwhile, I live at Grandma's place, and and I've started doing a couple more things that I do. One is decorating, the other is that's the cat. The one is decorating, the other is playing my guitar. Start playing my guitar again. Anyway, what happened is last year I brought a tiny little tea set for fairies, okay? So here's the little cup, and as you can see, it's pink and it's yellow and it's blue. I'm not sure where the camera is to focus this, but if you notice, the blue is nondescript. It's just a touch of blue. Anyway, I don't know when I got it. It was a long time ago. Well, it was last year, but it seems like a couple of lifetimes ago for everything that I've been through in this last year. But I'm looking at the jug. It's a long story. Poppas here because he's brought me a feather. But do you see those little flowers down there? Where is the camera on this thing? Those flowers are called forget-me-nots. That's Bella the cat. Oh, she's got upset. So if I could just make it clear, I don't know how. Just bring it closer to me. These little flowers here are forget-me-nots. And what I'm thinking, because I'm like studying, so what is one of the powers of these secret societies and all the darkness? Well, it's belief. And the thing is, their power is stronger because no one believes in it. Okay, so it works the opposite way. It's sort of like their wickedness. If you ever try to share your experience, people wouldn't believe you, and they'd label you with an illness, a mental illness, and you'd get medicated, institutionalized, and doctored. Okay, so if you call out evil, you are likely to be lobotomized or something like that, right? It happens to women primarily because the secret societies are run by men. And, you know, they just want artificial women. They don't want a real woman because real women scare them. They scare them so much that they want to make an artificial woman and have artificial babies and all that sort of stuff like that because they can't handle it, that the true power is not them. But anyway, there's a whole bunch of women who are into evil as well, so some people have no idea. They think that they can make up their own rules about what's right and wrong in this world. And even though you are a creator of your own reality and you were born directly into your story, into the thick of it, we're all born into the thick of our story. It's just like when you go into a dream, you never enter the dream. You're in it. You're just bang, here you are, you're in the dream. And that's how you have an inner star. So, okay, so evil and stars. So, anyway, seems to me stars are born on Earth, okay? And I always say that our spirit is a part of this realm and lives in the air. So every time you have an experience, your soul has an experience in the manifested, materialized reality. At the end of its time frame of all the experiences, the spirit remains in the air around us. It's always attracted to our soul. and those are kind of like, they can be spirit guides, and they're sort of yeah, this, I don't know, I'm not 100%, but what I am 100% about is our star. Some stars, I think this place is seeded, because our realm is the realm where things grow from seeds, and I do believe that stars are also seeded here on earth, and they grow, and then at some point of the breaking, your heart reveals whether it is or is not a star. And if your heart is a star, then you have to go full immersion into the experience, I think. Not be afraid, because, you know, the darkness is always like coming in, trying to extinguish the star, say. So you've got to sort of like be on fire for your cause, all right? And the fire is stronger because it's a holy fire. It is stronger than the evil. In your wholeness, you shall become what it is that you are desiring from your heart to experience and manifest in this material existence. Okie dokes. So every step you take upon this earth, you are pushing out, radiating, you know, the ripple effect, your star geometric design. So like a snowflake, every step you take is like a snowflake, imprinting this cymatic patterning of sacred geometry into the earth, penetrating down to the crystal mantle. Mother Earth has her own crystalline mantle, and I think that's why I'm not for people digging up crystals and holding on to crystals and having crystals. I love them as well, and I do know that you can get them from the surface because I've seen it myself. But life, where they live, because they live and they grow, their geode, their home, their cocoon, when we break that open, we actually start death coming into that, what was an egg and a crystal, you know, the formation. Not all, of course, because I've watched salt crystals at the ocean. I was just thinking about it in these rock pools. I saw these little crystals, and they were just like quartz, how they sort of like come up and spike upward. But they were salt, made from salt. I was fascinated with those. I'm sure I've got photos of that. It was the first time I've ever seen crystals formed at the ocean rocks, salt crystals. Obviously true, because we can buy salt crystals as well, and also crystal caves, salt caves. So we've got crystal caves and salt caves. Okay, I'm just rambling now. That is my update, and I hope everyone's doing okay. I can see that a lot of people are waking up. Go Hawk! What a great guy. Yes, we've got 4 years to go till 2030, everybody. So it's time to have a look at your experience and what it is that you desire. Because even though the witchcraft doesn't stop, when you're becoming the fullness of your star, usually that's what solitude is for. And this is my first home in my whole life that I've ever lived completely alone. And you know what? I love it. I never thought I would, but it's great. And so I'm grateful. I know I've got stronger here, and there's no one to depend on but myself. I don't need to reach out because I have already been saved. Okay, my gods, the gods, they are all men. There's three of them. There's Jesus, there's Anubis, and there's Lord Shiva, and he is my Lord. So I've been privileged enough to have three gods who made themselves known to me, and I must live in honor of that as well, because I was lost in the experience. I was in such a I was in a death maze. So Anubis came into my dreams, and what Anubis did is I was inside like this labyrinth, and he knew the way out, and he was taking me out of this labyrinth thing. And so I journeyed with Anubis, and then at the end of my Anubis dream sequence story of the experience that went on in my dream over a period of time, the last one was I was catching the bus, and that was in 2000, and by the 1st of January 2001 I was back home in New Zealand. Now from the time of the getting on the bus stream, which was, I think it was October around my birthday, to standing here on New Zealand soil was the 1st of January. So from the 9th of October to the 1st of January, that period of time, amazing manifestation, sort of everything formed a new reality like that, okay? So that was Anubis. Yeah. Now, that's enough. And get in touch with yourself. That's the other thing. You've got 4 years before AI knows absolutely everything you do and don't do. Every moment you do and don't do it. That's in Plaster of Paris. And because we are in this together, and if my Poppas spirit can still influence my reality now, and I'm not the only one, so many of us are privileged and lucky. I think perhaps the spirit, or there's something to do with fairies, trees, flowers, and our spirit as well. And I'm wondering if the spirits of fairies are also people from our family tree. And just wondering. That is my consideration. That's actually why I started the video. Yeah, so that's full story. Okay, have a great day, everyone. Ka kite.